Good day everyone. We are here to discuss our research proposal entitled Acceptability of Squash as Main Ingredient in Pastry Products. We're starting with Chapter 1, Introduction. The whole purpose of living being is to stay happy. People across the world believe baking to be one of the stress buster that can help you to flush your daily stress by filling you with joy and happiness. Since baking is a combination of science and art, it forces you to read the instructions clearly and follow them accurately. When you do not do that, it leads to disaster. Baking will lead you to decide on what flavors will go on what recipe. What happens when you alternate ingredients and further the customizations of your recipes according to your taste or your customer demands. Hence, it helps you to develop the ability to make decisions. This is the reason why we come up with the idea of making a squash as a main ingredient in pastry products. Squash or Cucurbita maxima is the edible fruit of the vine type of plant belonging to the ground or cucumber family. This vine is similar to the pumpkin vines. It produces fruits in different shapes and sizes. The fruit surface or contours are scalloped, smooth, rigid, or warty. Squash is one of the most underrated vegetables that people tend to overlook. Calabaza, sometimes known as calabasa, is a type of squash. Its eggs are plentiful and frequently offered at the tables as part of any celebration's pastries. Different flavors are created to suit individual preferences, and ingredients are added to increase the nutritional value of the cake and perhaps provide the benefits to people, such as addition of squash to the cake in this study. High in vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin C, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and magnesium.
Good day, my name is Bautista-Gavini from Bsab. So the next one is conceptual framework. First is the input. Under input, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, sex, grade level, or occupation? And the next one is how were the squash cucurbita pastry developed? And the next one is process. By doing this, we need to get the data gathering, survey, and computation. And the next one is the outcome. By doing the outcome, it will become acceptability of squash as a main ingredient in pastry product.
Another part of this research is the statement of the problem. This study assesses squash as main ingredient in pastry products and to seek answer on the following questions. Number 1, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of 1. Age, 1.2. Sex, 1.3. Grade level or occupation. Number 2, how were the squash or cucurbita pastry developed? Number 3, what is the level of acceptability of squash or cucurbita pastry in terms of 3.1. Taste, 3.2. Aroma, 3.3. Texture, 3.4. Appearance.
Chapter 2, Methodology, Research Design. This study utilized quasi-experimental research to determine the acceptability level of squash cake among respondents as to general acceptability, appearance, taste, color, and texture. Quasi-experimental research is an experimental study used to estimate the causal impact of the intervention on its target population. It is a form of research where the investigator has no control over the independent variable but has the power over how the dependent variable is measured.
Subject and sampling process. The people who were chosen as samples for the study's control were chosen using a purposeful sampling technique. It is a non-scientific sampling design where a person is chosen to be part of the sample because there is strong evidence that he or she represents the entire population. There were 50 evaluators, 20 of which were Siniloan moms, 15 were teachers and employees, and 15 were students of National High School of Siniloan. They were specifically chosen as a panel because of their knowledge and experience.
Next is data gathering process. To get the data gathering, we need to use a modified version of the 5-point Hedonic scale. Data were retrieved using a score sheet for sensory evaluation. Each of the 4 treatments replication was evaluated using scores and the descriptions below. 4 as like, 5 as like very much moderately, 3 as slight like, and 2 as dislike, and 1 as very much dislike. These scores were given for analysis of the products as follows to general appearance, flavor, color, and texture acceptability.
Another part is the data gathering procedure. After acquiring the formal permission that the researcher must acquire from Sinaloa National High School and the locale will be located after given permission, the researchers explained the purpose of the study to the selected respondents, and they made sure each participant responds to their predefined criteria. The researchers collected the data by means of survey questionnaires that compromises their student status. The problems encountered by the respondents will be identified through the second part of the survey questionnaire that was given to them. After the respondents have taken the test, the papers were checked, tallied, interpreted, and analyzed.
Next one is data analysis. Purposive sampling was employed in selecting individuals as samples according to the purposes of the researchers as their controls. It is non-scientific sampling design by which an individual is selected as part of the sample due to good evidence that he is representative of a total population. So the first one is problem. Under problem, there's a demographic profile which we need to get the age, sex, grade level, or occupation. And using a statistics tool, we will use frequency and percentage. And the next one is the level of acceptability of squash cucurbita as a pasty ingredient with a taste, aroma, texture, and appearance by using weighted mean and rank.
The last part of our research proposal is ethical consideration. Ethical consideration in business research focus on the methods by which information is gathered and the way the information is sent to the target respondents. Ethical norms promote the ROI of research, such as getting of information, the pursuit of truth, and the reduction of errors. In addition to following specific methods for collecting and transferring of the information used in business research, other ethical considerations include confidentiality, respect for intellectual property, and compliance with laws and government policies. It is from Cork, 2017. Thank you all for listening and have a great day.
Thank you all for listening and watching. I hope you learned something from us.